Hey YouTube, it's Occasion15 here. I'm just making a video of this shitty Samsung Galaxy S7 phone I got, or S6 actually. I've had this for over a year now. I've had nothing but pure agonizing pain with this fucking phone. Now, I'm not usually a mad person. I hardly get mad at all, but this phone is the most ridiculous phone ever in comparison to someone that's had an iPhone previously to this. Now, as you can see, I haven't even talked about it yet, but the phone is clearly doing something that it shouldn't be doing, as the screen is flickering like crazy. And it's had periodic glitches like this from time to time, but they usually go away. This time, it's not going away. You can see the screen's kind of coming in and out and flickering at the bottom. Now this phone, I can go into many details of why it's not a good phone and why you shouldn't get it, but there is reasons why you should get it. Now let's go with the reasons why you should get it. Now, the reason why you should get it is because it's a lot more powerful than any iPhone. It does a lot more than iPhones. It has more power, basically. It can do a lot more stuff than iPhones can. And since it's running Android, it's open. So like you can do anything you want, get whatever you want on it, and well, with little effort at least. But if you can't, you can even root the phone. It's basically like jailbreaking an iPhone, and then you can get absolutely everything in existence for the phone, basically. But yeah, this phone it's great when it comes to multitasking, doing things that the iPhone can't, because there's a lot of stuff that it can do that the iPhone can't do because it's just more powerful than the iPhones. But the battery life is a big killer for this phone. It's horrendous. Literally, I get through, like, when I'm at 15% battery, it lasts for probably 4 minutes tops, and then it goes down to zero. So I don't know what the deal is with the batteries in Samsung phones, but every single Samsung phone I've had, there's been a battery problem. And now I was just trying to record a video actually of me trying to sing "Welcome to Paradise" by Green Day, because I like Green Day. They're one of my favorite bands, and I like all their music. And I can't even do that because the phone started glitching out while I was making the video. So yeah, I mean, I've been putting up with this phone for so long here with all these problems. The main problem, like I said, was the battery, because I can't even get through a day without the battery dying. When with an iPhone, I could be on 1% battery for hours, believe it or not, if I didn't have the phone turned on, and it would be fine. So this phone, the battery is the biggest killer. I mean, it's good at doing things like multitasking, but there is, like, it does seem like iPhones are easier to get features turned on and off and find out where they are than the Samsung phones. And I don't know why it is that that all the Samsung phones have had battery problems, but I think it may have something to do with Android. It's just simply a battery killer. It just does so much stuff in the background, and it has so much more power that the battery is using, that it just replenishes a lot quicker, and that's not something you want in a phone. But I keep on getting off the topic here of the phone is messed up now. I can't even use it at all. So as you can see, the touchscreen does work, and you can barely see the apps, but it's fucking flickering, right? So how am I supposed to use it when it's flickering? So let's see, if I turn it off and back on, it's still doing it, and I got a text message that I can't even read because of it flickering. That's fantastic. I love this happening to devices that I'm trying to use, that I spend money on, and they do shit like this. Now you can see it has the power off screen, so let's try restarting it. And I have a really bad feeling that if I try restarting this, that it's not going to, just because the simple fact that it's probably going to detect that something's wrong with the screen, and then it's not going to let me do what I want. So first off, I'm going to see if there's any possible way I can see what that text message says first, because I want to know if it was something important. Okay, it was something sort of important. And I actually am able to reply to it, but you can see how tedious it is. I accidentally hit the voice command thing. But yeah, there we go. Let's try restarting it now, because I responded to the text message. Restart. Yeah, we're restarting right now. Love Samsung products. Not really. I hate them. The reason why I got this phone is because it does a lot more than the iPhone, and it's open. Android's open based, so I can do whatever I wanted on this phone, and it doesn't lock me out like iPhones do. But man, it's not even worth it, because this phone's battery is so bad that it dies like when you're trying to do stuff in the middle of the day all the time. And yeah, it's just not good if it's gonna die when you're trying to use it. The whole point of having a phone is to use it. So yeah, all right, this looks a bit different. Um, yeah, it's not doing much. So I think we came to the conclusion that I am screwed now because this phone is a piece of shit. It has terrible battery life. And another thing I hate with it is that when you're playing music and it reaches 5% battery, it doesn't allow you to play music anymore. It legit cuts off your music and it doesn't let you play it, doesn't let you use the camera at all if you're at 5% battery. Like if I am at 5% battery, like that's one of the biggest problems with this phone as well, is it doesn't let you do things that you want to do. It like has a mind of its own and controls what it wants to do and doesn't give you the option to do what you want to do. So yeah, I can't use the camera, I can't listen to music, and there's other things I can't do as well when it reaches the 5% battery limit, because it turns all these features off that I would still like to continue using and take the risk of the phone dying. So yeah, that's something else that really pisses me off with this phone. And it always gets really hot. Like I'm not sure if there's just something wrong with this phone to begin with, if I got a defective one, but this phone has always gotten hot. Always. Like not burning hot, but like around this area right here where my middle finger is. It's always gotten semi, hot. And no other phone I've ever had has gotten as hot as this phone. So I don't know. Android, I think, is the biggest problem. I don't think it's the phone. I think Android just simply a battery killer, and the way that Samsung overlays the Android on their devices, they add all these features and things that make it worse. Like for example, selfies and the camera. When you use the camera, the front camera, it's literally like two frames per second, and it's all blurry because they have the need to make it to slow the shutter speed for some reason. So when you try using the front camera to take a selfie on this phone, literally it's really blurry as hell, and then it focuses right before you take the selfie. But like, who wants to see a blurry camera when you're trying to take a picture? It's just 2 frames per second basically. If you have one of these phones, you'll know exactly what I mean. The back camera is okay, but the thing I've noticed with the back camera is the colors aren't very accurate. Now, the colors on this phone with the cameras, like for example, the easiest way to describe this is basically brown is sort of a darkish, or not darkish, a lightish greenish color when looking through the camera of this phone. So colors aren't very accurate on this phone either, in the camera, despite the front camera being complete shit and the back one actually being semi-decent, but the colors are incorrect. So yeah, there's that. There's the fucking shitty battery. There's the UI, what Samsung put on, what they overlaid over Android to do things their own way, like add all their Samsung apps and change the camera, or have their camera and their music app complete shit. And yeah, the biggest thing, like I said, battery. Can't even get through 8 hours without this thing dying, starting off from 100%. So yeah, I just thought to make a video of this phone because this phone is just broken now, and it's really annoying actually. And yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Well, I got plenty of iPhones. I got like, oof, I want to say 20 iPhones because I fix them and resell them. But yeah, so much for that. That was this. I need to get my stuff off of this still, but Jesus, what a piece of shit. So that's all I wanted to say. I just want to make a video on this phone and how bad it is, and show that now it's broken. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and you'll notice I'm not one of those types of people that make a video over 10 minutes long, because people that make videos over 10 minutes long, they do that on purpose so that they can get more ad revenue, because it puts more ads in the videos. So as you can see, I'm not one of those types of people. I'm ending it right now at 9 minutes, even though I could possibly keep on rambling until I reach 10. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not in it for the money. I just wanted to show this phone's a piece of shit. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, rate, and subscribe, and see you guys later. Peace.